talk to her anymore. She'll say, talk to me, I ain't gonna talk to you no more, right? And then she'll call, and then she'll be like, you wanna go to dinner, I'll pay. I'm like, no, I don't want to do shit with you. And I'm like, that's what that abusive person, they do all kind of stuff for you to get you to go back into their web. And they shower you with gifts. And that's why, like, my wife was like, no, dude, don't take that. She'd be like, don't take that from her. You know, she'll come here, and then she can come chill up here. No, she's in the back house. So when her husband died, her husband got shot, right? So she moved back here, and she was that girl, that lady that just died. She was living with her for a little while, and then she said she felt uncomfortable, so she drove her car to my house, showed up on my porch with her bags, and was crying to about, I need to stay, Charles, I love you, but I'm like, wow. I was like, huh? So I said, nobody was, see, the back house was a man cave, right? So I had it all fixed up, but I was like, I had my customers coming in there, and I would be chilling at my table and my music. And then I was like, you want to do what? You want to move my back house? So I used to lie and say, the people are living back there, right? And then my wife stood up and said, you know, the people ain't moved, right? And then she's like, well, I'll move back there. I'm like, why you do that? I'm like, why you do that? There's a reason why I didn't want her living here. Man, Kim, it was miserable. So she was the worst tenant in the world. She would be like, fix this, fix that. And the place was old. It was a damn garage. So, you know, we remodeled everything. But she was like, my plumbing, because my plumbing was old, right? So certain things were kept clogging up from the previous tenants. And I was like, yo, don't put shit down in the sink. The garbage disposal is not for the garbage disposal. Not to put food down there. So, you know, I was like, yo. And then when she was like, I keep hearing like little rats or mice or something running around in my kitchen, right? So I was like, I wanted her to move anyway. So obviously I put down some traps, but I wanted her, and it wasn't going to be traps, but they was running around our place, right? So she's like, I hear them. And then she was like, I can't do that. So she moved. And I was like, ooh, thank you, Jesus. Then, you know, I'm like, damn, finally. So she moved to a place. So mind you, everybody they were paying like $600, $700. She moved to a place paying $2,200. So I'm like, so you complained about paying $650, $700, and then you move on to a place paying $2,200, and she was like, I would Airbnb the place for $2,000. I was like, she was like, I could Airbnb the whole thing, but the other guy that she was in business with moved in one part of the apartment of the place. So it was an office / apartment. And I was like, when she moved, like right now, she was living in her office, right? But now she's playing with this other guy. And I was like, no, you can't come back here. No.
And that's the Middle Eastern guy, girl, Charles.
Yeah, but I think when she was cleaning up the house, she was thinking, she was like, I need a place to go cook and chill and watch movies. And then she was talking about what my house gonna look like when I get back from the transplant. So she was like, you know, I had those guys cleaning the place and whatever. But I'm like, yo, dude, You never invade my place. That's why I told her, you can't come over. You gotta stay outside. You ain't bringing the viruses over here. And she was, so that kind of took away from her little getaway. She was like, why don't you get off the porch so I come out here and chill? And then see, he smoked weed, right? Big time. She's like an advocate for CBD and all that other shit. Like she tried to do the whole cannabis thing. And she tried to get a cannabis license and all that. And but she smoked. So one of the things she was like, oh, I smoke outside. And then she moved to the back house. And I told her, please don't smoke in the house. Because what happens is it goes into the roof and then it goes all over the house. So like I could be in my kitchen, like way on the other side. If she smokes, even if she smoked in the back room, it would come through the roof and then I would smell the smoke. That's the way it was when I was in San Diego. My mom used to smoke. And I'd be like, no, you gotta stop smoking. I was like, nah, this secondhand. I was talking about secondhand smoke when I was fucking young. And my sister was talking shit. I said, secondhand smoke is deadly. So what are you talking about? I couldn't breathe, you know. Imagine my uncle was in my room and he used to smoke. So what I used to do is I would get up and I open the window, right? So it's cold as shit at night, right? So then he smoked to the smoke and then he'd be in the bed. So you know that's bad anyway, because if he dropped the ashes in the bed, it'd burn the house up. So he would be like trying to close the window, right? I was like, no. We don't wait for all this smoke to go out this room. And he'd be like, it's cold, Chuck. I'm like, I don't give a shit. When you start smoking, I told you, you can go outside and smoke and then come back in the house. But then you want to smoke in the room. And it's all over the house now. If I get up, I got to go in the bedroom and just smoke in there. So him and my mom used to smoke, right? So I started just like, look, I was one big fan. I told her, you need to stop smoking. So then the doctor told her she needed to stop smoking. So what she used to do is she would smoke on her way to work, at work, when she come home, and then she would not smoke at home, right? My uncle used to smoke and drink beer. He didn't give a shit. So I was like, yo, so what I used to do is break these cigarettes. I would break them into little pieces. And I like, look, you guys gotta smoke outside. You can't smoke in the house. Because when my mom used to smoke in the kitchen, it would come like there's air dryers in the house. So it would go up to the ceiling and it would go fill the whole house up, right? Every room. And then my room was in the back. So it would go in, would come through the door, and go up to the roof, and then it would drop down at the back wall, and it was like suffocating. So I was like, hey, look, y'all gotta stop this shit. So both of them were smoking, and I said, go outside. They think just going to the living room. I said, no, I would get up, I would come in there, I would go it off, right? So then my sister, the other sister, she was talking, she said, stop smoking in the room. She would bring up shit like that, right? And she would make fucked up comments like, Uncle Chet, stop smoking, I can't breathe. I'm a kid. And I'm dealing with secondhand smoke from my mom and I got asthma, so I'm suffocating. And then she said, why you like messing up everything, nigga? And I was like, and then she brought the shit up when we were older, and I was off. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That was secondhand smoke. And you think I'm gonna sit there and sit in the room and smell smoke and I'm suffocating? I can't breathe. And you smoking like a chain smoker. Both him and my mom. So I'm like, yo, this shit gotta stop. And I was like, fuck it, man. I'm gonna break cigarette. I don't give a fuck. You gonna stop this shit. I was breaking them, crushing them, stepping on them, throwing water on them. Cause you can't smoke back and throw water on them. So I was just throwing water on them. And then my mom was like, well, now you can't smoke because it's smoking back until you stop smoking. So then you sneaking to do it. So one time she came home and I ran out to the car and jumped in the car and said, hey, mom, can we go back? I'm like, is that smoke I smell? And I looked at the ashtray and she dumped the ashtray out on the way home. And I said, what the ashes doing in here? See, you threw that cigarette buzz out, but you didn't take me the ashes. See, I wiped the ashes clean when I washed your car last. I wiped all the ashes out. So this is a trap that let me know you still smoking. Then I ran out and jumped in the car, and the car smelled like some boo. I was like, nah. And so this Middle Eastern chick, she be smoking weed, right? So I said, why do you smoke? And then got a business or small entrepreneurs or whatever. But every time I come to the office, it smells like weed, right? It's like, because I can't stand the smoke too long, right? So she's like, well, I'm going to go in the other room and smoke or whatever. But it's an office. So the whole room smells like the marijuana. And so marijuana really jacks me up. Cigarettes jack me up. They both just equal. So I told her, I gotta go. She was like, let's watch this movie. I'm like, no, I gotta go. And she didn't understand why I was leaving all the time. And I just told her, I said, hey, you know what? Every time I come here, you tell me you ain't gonna smoke, and then the room, the house, the thing smells like smoke. I was there just suffocate just to hang out with you. Just let you know what I'm going through. So I'm gonna steer clear because you're smoking like crazy. And then even when you go outside and smoke, you let the smoke back in the door. So it goes all around the office. And it was funny, I used to work at a law firm, right? So the copy room people, they used to go down to their car in their garage and smoke marijuana on breaks. And then the security guard, they kept busting them and saying, hey, y'all need to stop smoking marijuana down here. But then people would come back to work with their eyes like half closed, smelling like marijuana. I said, I don't know if you know that, but you smell like a fucking marijuana joint. And you think you don't smell like it because you've been smoking it and you're immune to the smell, but you smell like a whole pot plant. And I let you know that. So when you pass through the lawyers, they don't know you smoke. But see, here's the thing, Kim. Everybody smokes the lawyers. But they didn't do no drug testing. One year when I first started at the firm, this one guy, he was a lawyer, he just got hired. And he came from another firm. So he should always be in there. He was like across from us, like from our desk. And he used to always be in the room with the door closed. So, it was cool to some degree, but to keep the door closed all the time, people start wondering. And then they would be knocking and going in or whatever. But then, like, when they started suspecting this, they was going in his office and then checking and then telling him, you're suspended right now. So when they went in his office, there was blood on the wall, and he had all kind of like he was snorting cocaine. So the cocaine was making his nose bleed, and so half the time he was fucking snorting, and they could never figure it out. And I was like, damn, dude. And then, I mean, it was crazy, dude. A law firm they hired some crazy people, first of all. I guess to deal with the personalities of the lawyers. But it was like, wow. And, I was trying to do a reunion for the law firm, for the workers, and nobody liked nobody. They're like, oh yeah, that's cool. But everybody didn't like somebody else. So I had a group where everybody hated each other. So I wonder why I could never get the people together for an event, because they didn't like each other. So I was like, wow. All right, kids, go ahead and do your thing. I'll get out of here. Go to sleep.
All right, Charles. So it's nice. You have a good time at your dinner tonight, and we'll check. And I'll work with you with getting yourself all set up today.
All right. Talk to you later.